The complete guide to performing the Attack of the Radioactive Thing Easter egg solo in Infinite Warfare with no fortune cards and no weapon kits. This quest is one of the easiest to perform mechanically, but harbors a laundry list of items to acquire. Let's get started. The weapons I'll be recommending for this run are the Hornet for some point farming and early damage, the TF-141 for point farming later on, and the OSA as our main damage dealer, primarily due to where the weapon buy is. Don't bother with the attachments for the TF-141, but load up on the others as you see fit. For Fate cards, we will be taking Scoped Dollars and Eagle-Eyed for a cash injection in the mid-game. The remaining cards will be for the boss fight. 5-second Muscle and Best for Last for damage, and Mana Up allowing us to skip the laser boss fight phase. On to the run. At the start of the game, we will be farming the first 4 rounds here in the Contamination Tent. Dish out melees on round 1, then on round 2, buy the Hornet for 750. Using the Hornet, throw some chip damage into zombies before going in for the melee finisher. Be careful about running into nukes, and feel free to skip out on melee kills if things get a little tight. As the rounds progress, activate Scoped Dollars and then Eagle-Eyed as you earn them, and repair boards to earn a little extra cash. Hold the last zombie on round 4, then check for the diner and buy out that side of the containment tent. We'll first build the Seismic Wave Generator. The first part rests next to the portable bathroom at the playground. Bring that over to the back side of the diner, grabbing the Wave Generator blueprint from right outside the door. Run inside, placing the blueprint and first part at the table. Run back out towards the park, grabbing another part off of a bench. Add that to the device, then grab the final part from the rear outside corner of the diner. Add it to the table, then claim the completed Seismic Wave Generator. Exit the diner and run up the hill to the power grid. Continue on and buy into the market. Grab the first chemical station part on the couch in the office. Run through the freezer, then grab the cleaver to the left on the counter. This melee weapon will be a one-hit until round 8 or so. Buy out of the market onto the main street. Run along the gas station and claim the power box along the outside. Continue behind the wall and down the stairs, buying the door to the beach. Interact with the zombie arm to claim the power handle it's holding, then place the Seismic Wave Generator down next to the arm. Run back up to the street and return to the market. Repair the freezer trap using the box we grabbed, then exit out the back door and go to the power grid, repairing the breaker with the handle we grabbed and turning on the power. Return to the diner where a safe has now been opened. Claim the spellbook inside, then claim the punch card on the desk. Go ahead and flip the round to 5. The next 3 rounds will be spent farming, one of which will be a Crug Round. You should be fine to follow the route no matter the order of these rounds. Farm your Crug Round like a normal dog round. The Cleaver can one-shot the Krugs, but do be careful as they do a lot of damage, especially if you don't yet have Tough Enough. Your first normal round will be spent farming with the Hornet for chip points and the Cleaver as the finisher. The first time you kill a zombie soldier with the Cleaver, it will drop a zombie leg part for you to pick up. Buy Tough Enough when you have enough points. Continue farming until you are holding the last in the round. Run down to the beach and claim the zombie arm that has been exposed by the Seismic Wave Generator. Continue under the bridge and down to the stream, claiming a bomb part under the wooden bridge. Continue on up the hill and buy the door to the motel. Immediately to the right, claim another bomb part under the red car on the street. Continue up the street and enter the motel, checking the office for our M number on the wall. In this game, my M number is 12. Enter the pool area and buy the TF-141, replacing the Kendall 44. If you don't yet have enough cash for the purchase, you can do so at the start of normal round 2. Go ahead and flip your round. Normal round 2, in my case scene 7, will be spent farming with the Scoped Dollars Eagle-Eyed combo. Loop the zombies around the pool to group them up, then take massive collateral shots into the horde. Do try to hold the last zombie on this round, as we'll be looking to spend all of this cash we've just acquired. Buy the door to the TV station, giving the spellbook we found earlier to Elvira. This will start her on a monologue, during which we'll do some more opening of the map. Exit out the back of the TV station, then take a right to buy Bang Bangs. Down the hill, buy the door to the forest, claim our final bomb part next to the fence, then prime a grenade. At 3/4 progress, throw it at the outside of this nearby tree. A zombie leg will fall out of the tree, interact to pick it up. Also within the forest is the Race and Stripes machine. Add that perk to your set. As Elvira finishes her monologue, you'll be given a vial. Once you have the vial, go ahead and flip the round. We will need to fill this vial by getting zombie kills with the Cleaver. It will be a one-shot here on round 8, but some chip damage from the Hornet for bonus points is certainly allowed. Once the meter on the vial reaches the top, it is filled. If you find gas grenades at any point after using a frag grenade for the leg in the tree, feel free to pick up the gas grenades. They have some utility for the boss fight, but it's not a requirement. Before we return this vial to Elvira, head back to the beach and buy the Osa off of the bench near the water. We'll be looking to pack-a-punch this weapon shortly, so push back this next part if you don't have the cash to do so. Head up the hill to the RV park, buying the door from the beach. The chemical station dials are here on a bench. Once at the RV park, hug the left side. The second site has chemical station gauges on a bench, and the third site has a zombie arm in the bonfire. If you have the points to spare, buy the door back to the motel, otherwise take the long way to conserve your cash. We're now done with the Cleaver melee weapon, so head to Bomb Stoppers and the room behind it, upgrading to the Crowbar melee weapon. With this crowbar, return to the RV park and smash the mirror. Pick up the shard from the sink, claiming our first of 3 mirrors. We can now give the vial to Elvira. After a moment, she will get up and fight alongside you. Head outside the TV station and stand next to the portal between the cars. Once Elvira meets you, she will open the portal, unlocking the projection room for the rest of the game. While she's up, return to her couch and claim the mirror that was behind her. Head back outside and take the portal to the projection room. While you're here, pack-a-punch the Osa for 5 grand, then interact with the button on the wall similar to in Shaolin Shuffle. This will teleport you inside of an RV. Claim the zombie head on a dish, then write down the number you see here on the fridge. This is one of 4 possible O numbers, and as long as we check it now, we won't have to return later. Elvira has likely flipped you around while you were away, so be ready for the horde to spawn. Our last 2 items to grab are the car mirror out in front of the market, melee it with the crowbar to break it, then pick it up off the ground. The hitbox for this can be a little particular, so try a couple of angles. And the final part is the torso from the freezer. Activate the trap in the freezer, then break the meat slab on the right, revealing the zombie torso to claim. At this point, you should have 2 zombie arms, 2 zombie legs, a zombie head, a zombie torso, the punch card, and 3 mirrors. Head back to the contamination tent where we will put these parts to use. Interact with the table to place the zombie parts, then place a mirror on the pill cart, the punch card in the machine, another mirror on the crate, and the final mirror on the MRE crates. We're officially on a run, so grab Up and Adams here for insurance. We now need to get the computer code from the TV station. If you have $2,000, you can buy your way from Contamination Tent through Drive-In to the forest, otherwise take the long way around. The code is deciphered from the film reels behind the console. The order goes from the 2 reels on the left, the 1 on the ground, then the 2 on the right. In this case, 6, 3, 5, 4, 8. The code will always consist of these 5 numbers in some order, and the 8 will always be last. Return to Drive-In and wait for the zombie you're holding to arrive. The code needs to be input without interruption, so we bring our last out here to give us some time. Run inside of the computer and interact to begin. A light will flash across the pegs at the bottom. Using your fire button, submit the code one by one when the light is in the corresponding position. You will be allowed 3 misses per attempt, at which point you'll be kicked off of the computer. On success, you'll also be kicked off. Interact again to fire the ray gun next to you. This will transform the zombie parts into a real zombie. Bring the zombie you're holding back out to Drive-In. It may also respawn behind you while you do this. Re-enter the tent, and this time input the code sequence backwards. So for my run, it's 84536. Interact again to fire the ray gun again, turning the zombie into a key. This key will open up the garage door at the gas station. Before we do so, let's take the time to unlock the Nuke codes. Head to the market office and lay prone beneath the desk to see a 4-digit code on the underside, in this case, 9811. Across the map will be 4 gauges that you'll need to set to these numbers by whacking them with the crowbar. Gauge 1 is at power behind the blue bolts perk machine. Wait for the gauge to approach your first number, in this case 9, then melee to lock it in. Gauge 2 is at Drive-In near the Quickies perk machine. Set this gauge to your second number, in my case 8. Gauge 3 is back at the motel where we found the crowbar. Set this gauge to your third number, in my case 1. Gauge 4 is behind the gas station. Set this gauge to your final number, in my case, 1. If at any point you've set the gauge to the wrong number, simply melee it again to get the meter moving. With all 4 gauges correctly set, return to the market office to find the safe now open. Interact to claim the nuke codes inside. Go ahead and flip the round, as we'll now be searching for batteries to drop from zombies. Interact at the garage door to open it with the key, then attach your 3 bomb parts to the bomb, and place your 3 chemical station parts on the counter. We're all ready to start mixing chemicals, however we don't yet know what we are making. Slay zombies until a backpack drops which contains a battery. This battery can be used to power on one of 2 radios. The first we'll try is at the power grid in the back corner. Thin your round down to the last, then interact to insert the battery. The tape will have multiple segments to it, so we'll be listening to all of the segments to try and narrow down which chemical we'll be using.
To produce 3,4-dinitroxymethylpropane, combine formaldehyde, acetaldehyde, and nitric acid to make an aldehyde sludge. Finish by mixing the sludge with acetone. The compound 2,4-propane 3,5-tetranitrate is prepared first by chilling and mixing sulfuric and nitric acid. Be careful and don't add heat. Keep it cold. Endothermic reaction of glycerol and a mixed acid forms a nitrated glycerol solution. The final step of formation of 2,4-propane 3,5-tetranitrate is to cleanse the nitrated glycerol solution with sodium bicarbonate to remove excess acids. It is possible to produce formaldehyde via a catalytic oxidation of methanol with the influence of silver metal. One contributing factor to hangovers from alcohol consumption is acetaldehyde, which, interestingly enough, is created by partially oxidizing ethanol with a copper catalyst.
To recap what we heard here, we had a set of instructions for 3,4-dinitroxymethylpropane, 2 sets of instructions for 2,4-propane 3,5-tetranitrate, and 2 more instructions for smaller ingredients. If we use the chemical cheat sheet provided in the description below, we can see that 3,4-dinitroxy is on it, while 2,4-propane is not. Thus far, 3,4-dinitroxy is looking like our candidate, however, it would be best to check with the other radio. You can technically skip the radio battery step entirely and just make all 4 chemicals, however, that opens you up to more risk due to more time. Continue farming until you find a second battery, then bring it to the motel office and listen to the quotes here.
135-teranitrofenol has been found to work, but its reaction time may not be adequate given the situation at hand. The most recent state of events have convinced me that 3,4-dinitroxymethylpropane is our best chance to defeat the radioactive thing. I don't think the creation of 2,4-propane 3,5-tetranitrates will effectively do the job required. 3-methyl-2,4-dinitrobenzene may be a rather crude solution for what faces us.
After listening to these quotes, one can be certain that 3,4-dinitroxymethylpropane is the chemical we want. Make your way to the TV station. We now need to determine our O number. To do so, interact with the color filter and change the color to red. Across the map are 4 O numbers. 3 of them are fake, 1 is real. Check the O numbers beneath the overpass, on the gas station door, and above the fridge in the market office. All of these symbols have kept their equal to status, which means the 4th O number, the one in the RV from the projection room teleport we did earlier, is the fake. Return to the TV station and change the color to green, then check again. In this case, both overpass and door were still equal to, meaning the market office number is fake. Return to TV one last time and change the color to blue. Check again. In this case, the overpass number is still equal, which means it's the real O number, in this case 4. To confirm, the O number on the gas station door is fake. With our O number determined, multiply that number by the M number we found earlier at the motel, in this case 12. Multiply the 2 numbers together to get our target, in this case 48. Check the TV next to Elvira. Compare the M times O number to the comparison statements to get our target color filter, in this case green. Change to be in that filter, then head outside. To confirm we are in the right color filter, the top symbol for acetaldehyde should match one of the entries on this cheat sheet. If that's the case, it's time for the chemical step. We will be using the cheat sheet linked in the description because doing this step without it will take about 5 times longer. For this step, you need to know your acetaldehyde symbol, your target chemical, and your O number. The chemical step requires you to claim ingredients around the map. Bring them one at a time to the chemical station in the garage, and mix them together to make your way towards the final chemical that is to go into the bomb. In this run, I got 3,4-dinitroxymethylpropane, so I'll be showing that chemical last and showcasing the other 3 with footage from other attempts. Here is 1,35-teranitrophenol. In this clip, my acetaldehyde symbol is 9,3, and my O symbol is 9. Combine the insect repellent from the contamination tent, the wheel cleaner from the market, and the motor oil from inside the chemical station. Using the chart, our ingredient number is 29. Subtract our O number 9 to arrive at our mixing number of 20. Use the buttons to input the number, then interact with the panel to submit. If your mixture is incorrect, either by ingredients or by mixing number, you will be dropped down to 1 health. If your mixture is correct, bubbles will appear after a moment, and the resulting compound will be available on the counter to the side. This mixture has created phenol. Combine the drain opener from the restroom in the RV park and the phenol created in step 1. Using the chart, our ingredient number is 18. Subtract our O number 9 to arrive at our mixing number 9. Input and submit to create phenylsulfonic acid. Combine the detergent from the market and the phenylsulfonic acid created in step 2. Using the chart, our ingredient number is 26. Subtract our O number 9 to arrive at our mixing number 17. Input and submit to create 1,35-teranitrophenol. Here is octahydro-2,5-nitro-3,4,7-paraxokine. In this clip, my acetaldehyde symbol is 9,3 and my O symbol is 11. Combine the quarters from meleeing the phone booth at the gas station and the racing fuel from the gas station. Using the chart, our ingredient number is 20. Subtract our O number 11 to arrive at our mixing number of 9. Input and submit to create formaldehyde. Combine the glass cleaner from the market and the formaldehyde created in step 1. Using the chart, our ingredient number is 21. Subtract our O number 11 to arrive at our mixing number of 10. Input and submit to create hexamine. Combine the vinegar from the market office, the plant food from the drive-in theater, the detergent from the market, and the hexamine created in step 2. Using the chart, our ingredient number is 51. Subtract our O number 11 to arrive at our mixing number of 40. Input and submit to create octahydro-2,5-nitro-3,4,7-paraxokine. Here is 3-methyl-2,4-dinitrobenzene. In this clip, my acetaldehyde symbol is 9,3 and my O symbol is 11. Combine the paint from the forest at the shack with racing stripes, the detergent from the market, and the drain opener from the RV restroom. Using the chart, our ingredient number is 38. Subtract our O number 11 to arrive at our mixing number of 27. Input and submit to create methylbenzene. Combine the detergent from the market, the vinegar from the market office, the baking soda from the market, and the methylbenzene created in step 1. Using the chart, our ingredient number is 45. Subtract our O number 11 to arrive at our mixing number of 34. Input and submit to create dinitro. Combine the dinitro from step 2 and the racing fuel from the gas station. Using the chart, our ingredient number is 20. Subtract our O number 11 to arrive at our mixing number of 9. Input and submit to create 3-methyl-2,4-dinitrobenzene. And back to the main run with 3,4-dinitroxymethylpropane. In this clip, my acetaldehyde symbol is 7,1 and my O symbol is 4. Combine the quarters from meleeing the phone booth at the gas station and the racing fuel from the gas station. Using the chart, our ingredient number is 26. Subtract our O number 4 to arrive at our mixing number of 22. Input and submit to create formaldehyde. Combine the vodka from the market and the pennies from meleeing the back of a cash register in the market. Using the chart, our ingredient number is 23. Subtract our O number 4 to arrive at our mixing number of 19. Input and submit to create acetaldehyde. Combine the detergent from the market the formaldehyde created in step 1, and the acetaldehyde created in step 2. Using the chart, our ingredient number is 28. Subtract our O number 4 to arrive at our mixing number of 24. Input and submit to create aldehyde sludge. Combine the nail polish remover from the motel office and the aldehyde sludge created in step 3. Using the chart, our ingredient number is 16. Subtract our O number 4 to arrive at our mixing number of 12. Input and submit to create 3,4-dinitroxymethylpropane. You'll know you've created the right chemical when you receive the prompt to add it to the bomb. Interact to place it, then interact again to prepare the teleportation sequence. Before you go to the boss, I recommend dropping up and atoms from your perk list and adding quickies and dead-eyed dewdrops to your set, whatever you like. If you're away from the teleportation sequence for too long, it will stop, so as you come back, just prepare it again, then when ready, interact to take the teleport. Welcome to the boss fight. There are 5 very distinct phases you'll have to go through, and hopefully one of them you'll get to skip. First is the Escort Step. Standing near the bomb will gradually progress it down to the beach. Doing so will also trigger the radioactive thing to launch orbs at you. When this happens, simply run away as opposed to breaking any, then return to the bomb. Zombies will slowly start to make their way up to you from the beach for you to eliminate. As the bomb reaches the bridge, the zombie pathing will redirect them across the stream and up and behind you, so look out for that scenario. If you have gas grenades, those can be a great tool to getting you through the transition off of the bridge. Continue to push the bomb under the overpass until a second orb wave is fired. At this point, leave the bomb and push forwards down towards the beach. For the rest of this step, don't bother killing any normal zombies. You can safely keep them at distance and train them behind you. Do laps between the bomb triggering more orb launches and the beach. A few Crug orbs will be included in a given launch. Take out the Krugs while looping the horde. Once the bomb gets close to the wooden bridge, a max ammo will spawn. The orbs should stop at this point, but continue to take it nice and slow, looping the horde and making incremental progress. Once the bomb is all the way to the beach, throw down a grenade and wipe the horde behind you. The bomb will launch into the thing's mouth, and that's the Escort Step done. Second is the Death Ray Step. Hop on the Death Ray next to the Osa Bai. A few zombies will spawn in the water and start making their way up to you. Use the Death Ray to both defend yourself and also strike the weak point on the thing's chest. A pink skull in the center will indicate a confirmed hit. After 3 hits, you can hop off of the Death Ray. Third is the Acid Step. To begin, interact with where the bomb previously was to begin the teleportation sequence. This will trigger the thing to spray acid onto the beach, limiting the play area. Zombies will spawn from the water, and Crug orbs will fly in. There will be 2 Crug orb sequences every acid level. A fresh max ammo has also spawned for you to claim. Part 2 will see the acid move up another level. Zombies continue to spawn, as well as 2 more Crug orb launches. Keep falling back to the bridge, and soon the 3rd and final acid level will be revealed. More zombies and another Crug orb launch are up, and we're almost done. Fourth is the Laser Step, which with the use of mana up, you will hopefully be able to skip right here. Make sure you check your bomb code now, because for this next step, you won't be able to use the tab screen. As the radioactive thing launches its second Crug orb barrage while at this final acid position, activate mana up and charge through the acid, eliminating all the Crug orbs you can on the way. Defend yourself as you get to the bomb, then interact to teleport as soon as you can. Finally, we have the Nuke Step. Interact with the bomb to input the nuclear code. This is the same code process as the computer step from earlier. You'll have 30 seconds to input the bomb code, with 3 fails permitted per attempt. Take your time lining everything up, and on completion, you'll be teleported out. If you fail to input the code in time, you'll have to perform both the Acid Step and Laser Step again, this time without mana up. The Acid Step will change slightly from 2 Crug orb launches down to 1. The Laser Step is a time-limited combination of ducks, jumps, and slides to get down to the beach in about 10 seconds. These lasers are very powerful and can down you, or at least on the first attempt. If you fail the Laser Step, you'll also have to interact at the bomb location to redo the Acid Step again. While getting this footage in boss battle mode, the lasers became much weaker on my second attempt. The sequence to complete the Laser Step is under, over, under, 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 and over. Interact to teleport. And that's Attack of the Radioactive Thing. One more to go, and then it's on to Director's Cut. If you liked the video, like the video. If you want to see more Zombies Easter Egg Guides, subscribe down below. And as always, I've been Noodles, you've been awesome. I'll see you next time with Beast from Beyond.